Okay, this is the Bright Queen coming to you in a different setting, a different format. It's just that I'm very, like, not very, but I'm like short on time and I want to get these messages out. So I have unlisted my most recent video, Bryce in the Mirror, and like the thumbnail says about the Smithsonian, because I kept feeling like there was something off about it. Like it felt like there was something wrong. And so I rewatched it, and it seemed fine. I was like, this is fine, until I got to the end and I was like, the energy here is off. And I kind of know why. It's because my, what's it called? Is it PMS? Like, I'm like close to having my cycle come on. And I was like snapping at people yesterday. I was very like frustrated and like spicy yesterday. And I was like, where is this coming from? And I was like, oh. So I was like, oh, this is where it's coming from. Oh my gosh, I look so tired. It's because I am. Didn't get a lot of sleep. House is very hot. And it's so interesting. I mentioned being hot in the video. One of my theories about like when it gets hot like that is that there's like a dragon around, but that's just me and my music, because I didn't actually check. But anyways, like towards the end of the video, there was like hate, or like there was a lack of compassion on my end, and I want to take full responsibility for that, as well as like allow it. So it's unlisted, it's not deleted, and the link is still available in the YouTube short that I did, because I am allowed to be a person and to grow from the things that I wish to grow from, the things that I need to grow from. So yeah, there's that. With that being said, I did have a dream, or some dreams, and I don't know if I want to share this or not, but there can be a fear that comes up with me in terms of like not wanting to be seen, because I know that being seen in like a big way comes with a lot of scrutiny, and there's this fear that I have in regards to that scrutiny. Like, for example, with something like this, where there's something that I said that I don't necessarily agree with, or an energy that I was in that I don't necessarily want to represent, you know. Oh shit, it's not the right turn. And I heard like my higher self be like, you've handled this, like in every situation the solution will be shown. Like, you will be shown what to do, you'll know what to do, so there's no reason to like shy away from it. And that it's like also very important for me to be seen. And this is something I talk about, I think, a lot, in my opinion, is that like if something very important was happening and they needed like the best like soldiers, who would they send? They send you. And so like there's like this responsibility to fulfill that. All right, not sure. But yeah, I want to like, no, I'm not sure like where I left off, but yeah, let me think of where I left off. I can't remember. I was talking about taking accountability, and then being seen. It's very important to be seen, because if you think about it, like there's my favorite book series, there's this High Lord, right? And he's got this chance to be High King, like, which is the king of the land. And he's like, he doesn't want to take that position because he doesn't care about power. Like, he doesn't want to have power and dominance over all the courts. And the ancient friend of his says, all right, but if you don't take it, somebody else might. And so that's another reason why it's important to be who you are. And if who you are is supposed to be this person that's like largely seen, then so be it. Step up to the plate. Talking to myself. All right, so I had dreams last night. I had a lot of them. One of them was one of the dreams where like I'm like in my house, and I suppose like an alternate like reality, because I had this dream that I went to the tub that I use, and I twisted the stopper so the water could be let out. and the stopper in my tub is metal, and when there's like water in there, the pressure, like, it's put down on it and it's hard to twist with just your hand. So I usually get like a rag to like help me grip it, to turn it. And I saw in my mind like exactly which color rag I got, and it was a baby rag from one of my nieces. And in like this reality, I never did that. I never unplugged the tub. Yeah, but then when I woke up, I saw this same rag that I saw like in my mind. Like, it was yellow and it was on the side of the tub. Like, somebody had used it to twist, and like the shape like was still kind of there, and like sat on the side of the tub to twist out the stopper. And I was like, oh my gosh, my sister must have done that. So I had one of those dreams where like it was alternate slightly from the one that I'm in now. And I had another one, but it wasn't really like a dream. It was like I was saying about like being seen. It was like a message from someone. I'm gonna say it's a feminine energy, one of my guides. And she was telling me about that. She was like basically like showing me this reality that was possible, where I have like more power, like more of my power. And she was like, you can have this. You just have to, if you let go of these fears. And I was like, but if I do that, then I'll have to do this, and I don't want to do that. Like, that's what I was thinking. And anyhow, she showed me something else. She showed me rainbows, like in a circle. It was a circle, like rainbow bridge. And it's kind of how rainbows are now. Like, they're a complete circle, but we only see like the top arc of it usually, or maybe sometimes not even that. And the way that she described it to me was that rainbows, not rainbows, but she was saying like light color is time. And I was like, oop, I don't know if y'all heard that click, probably not. It's like the little sound in my car. But she was like, rainbow bridge, they lead you to, like, it's like time. It's to do with time. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing this dream that I had. It wasn't a dream. I don't think any of my dreams, or very small amount of my dreams, are just dreams, you know, just like musings of the mind. But like a lot of them are me actually going places and doing things, doing work in my sleep. One of them I had was very powerful, where I was in the dream with my little cousin. And when I say little cousin, I mean like the cousin that I had the dream about. She was like 15 at the time, but in the dream she was like 7, and she was so little, and she was holding my hand as we walked across this like bridge thing. But it wasn't a rainbow bridge. It was more like smoke or like fog or something, and it was like on a beltway. Like, it was moving like those little things at the airport that like move you faster along. And it was like these different scenes. It was black. It looked like the inside of Stranger Things, when Eleven goes into her mind, and it's like black, and it's like the water at the bottom, kind of like that, but instead of water, it was this like moving conveyor belt. And it was different scenes. I keep saying two birds, oh my gosh. It was different scenes around us, and she pointed like with her hand. And I've said this before, in these visions, these dreams that I have, there's a lot of like pointing. They turn and they point, and she pointed, and she showed me this scene, and I felt immediately how she felt about what was happening. And I got up, and it turned out that something had happened, and it was true the way that she felt. But I always wondered, why was she young? Like, why was she like 7? I just didn't, like, why couldn't she have like appeared as she is now to me, you know, at her current age then? And I feel like this has something to do with it. I've been rewatching Fleabag, because a friend of mine told me I should watch all of it, because I never finished it. And I finally felt like it was like, why the fuck haven't I gone with the light yet? I finally felt like it was time to watch it. And so I'm watching it, and there's this priest, and so Fleabag, she starts reading the Bible, and she's like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, how does it work where there's on the first day there was light, and then a couple of days later the sun was made? And she was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, it doesn't make any sense if you think light comes from the sun. And it's so curious because this is something that Darius J. Wright has like hinted at before. He's spoken about like where light comes from. Like people think it comes from somewhere else, but he's like, where does it actually come from? Kind of like trying to make people think. But I feel like this has to do with it. Like somehow like light, and then like if you go into like certain hues, certain colors, it has to do with time. And I was like feeling like that's why, like, should I park here? I think I am. Okay, parked. That's why like when we have like more access to the light spectrum with our eyes, we're able to like see more. But I don't know what that has to do with time. It's so interesting, because the scene that I was just reading in this book that I showed in the Bryce in the Mirror video, it was saying how there was this ancient being, and as they like tried to like bring her down and kind of like destroy this being, time would like slow down, and then it'd speed back up, and then it'd slow down, and then it'd speed back up. And the name of this, I'm hearing the name of the being is impossible. That's interesting. I'm hearing the name of the being isn't important. I don't need to share that, but there's something there. That's, I think that's the part that I remember right now about what I dreamed about, those two parts. But let me know in the comments what you think. And oh my gosh, the breakouts. It's okay. I'll see you later. Bye.